Thad. Hey guys, welcome to Splitting Hairs episode. Wait, we're not even on Splitting Hairs.
Oh yeah, no, that's not a thing anymore.
Welcome to FSE Live 004. We got Drea Bolin behind Brian Hare.
In front of
Thad Boland out of the picture, and
in the wings.
Thad running the show. We got Christina and Justin off, not feeling so well this week.
They're gallivanting.
So we're shorthanded, gonna have some fun. Drea's got a really cool style. Thad, you want to throw that up? So Drea's gonna be checking in with that style. We got her behind. She's been working on it tirelessly for hours behind us.
She left her massage to come do that.
She did.
She was so dedicated.
She did. She looked very tired when she got here. So Drea's relaxed.
Oh, shit.
Not tired, relaxed.
Okay, that's a little better. Girl looked tired.
So thank you to all of you guys who are watching us live from all over the world. We really appreciate the love. And start hitting that like button and sharing with your friends. Let's get them all on here as well.
Hi to Catherine.
Hi to Catherine.
Salon in Melbourne. They're watching us on the big screen.
So I was actually in my meeting in Minnesota this weekend. They asked me what countries watch us, and I was like, I honestly can't I can't just say
all of them.
Yes, a lot. So
I haven't had anyone check in Antarctica yet.
Oh, well, that's our goal now.
I mean, there's a couple people there. I'm sure we could get them to watch it.
Let's make it happen.
Mickey says hi. Everyone say hi, Mickey.
Mickey on there too?
Hello, Mickey.
No, I was just making. I had a feeling he was saying hi.
No, it's cool. I mean, I didn't know people from the U.S. watched us. Thank you guys so much.
We're huge in Asia.
Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. We have some cool stuff. Drea, do you have things you want to get into first? Yeah, let's download that. Thad, do you have her mic on?
Can we hear Drea?
There we go.
All right.
Is the button been pressed?
The button is pressed. All right, so Drea, here we go.
All right, so what we're going to do is it's a fairly simple blowout set that we're going to do a little light iron work throughout the top of it. But what I've done is I've sectioned it off so that I have the top out, and then I've been working in each round brush section so all the curls are set in the same way. It's just going to give that very loose finger wave, I don't want to say elegant, but that glamorous, soft look at the end of it.
Do you want to rotate that all the way around so we can see?
So you can see everything's going in the same direction.
Would you say it's romantic?
One of the things I do like to do when I do a round brush set is I like to take pie sections. That way we don't ever get that really set demarcation of where your pin curl was.
Okay, cool.
So we're going to finish up this side and the top. And yeah.
All right, sweet. So in the top, you're going to be taking what type of sectioning?
Still pie shaped sectioning.
Someone
but I'm going to change it a little bit.
Hard to hear her?
We're going to turn you up, Drea, but talk soups loud.
All right. So on top, we're going to
scream.
We're going to section this oval section into diagonally creating another pie shape throughout the top and continuing to work all those curled sections into the same formation. So we get a nice S pattern.
Is one side of that section her part?
Yes. So one side, thank you, Brian.
I got you, girl.
One side is the part in here. So I did take a little bit around there. Basically, at the temples is where I sectioned the top off so that we get some nice lift and over direction in there. And when I go back in and I do put her part back in, it will still fall in that same S pattern.
Cool.
But yeah.
Awesome.
So that's exciting. So Thad, let's put mute so while she's blow drying we can chat. And
we're also getting some love here from Puerto Rico,
Jeez.
Peru, and Newtown, Pennsylvania.
Who's in Newtown?
Jim Fairfield.
All right. Thank you, Jim.
What up, neighbor?
Dre, people can't hear you right now.
Yeah, they can't hear you. We muted you so you can blow dry.
Yeah, so you just keep on talking.
Yeah, keep it going. Okay. So while Dre is doing her thing, let's chat about a couple things. So today we had some exciting stuff happen.
We did.
We had
surprise.
Mizutani, Kiyoshi from Mizutani came in. we did a little bit of a shoot for Mizutani's new website. So a lot of cool things coming with Mizutani. But I also want to show, I got some gifts. See, it's loud.
What?
Let's go to the other one. Yeah, that's fine, Dre. Don't worry about it.
Stop ruining it.
So we're trying to work here. All right, so Mizutani sent this really cool new tool that it's going to be
tool.
available in March.
Ooh, I like the bag.
Did you see this yet?
No, I
Really?
was working.
Oh, be prepared. Ready?
Ooh.
I know.
It looks like the T1000.
So there's a Mizutani
Terminator.
razor. So they use the handle of a scissor. They've created their own razor. Uses feather blades, feather
I like
type
the weight on
blades.
it.
It's got really nice weight to it. There's two different kinds. This one is the semi-gloss metal that I have. But the cool thing about this is the blade, when you take it out, it's actually held in by a magnet. It's not like,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's not like super forced?
Yeah. So it slides out really easy. Try it. See?
Ah.
Glides. It glides
Does that-
nice.
Oh, and I can feel the little magnetic pull. That's
Yeah.
cool as hell.
Really cool, right? So that'll be available in March. We're really excited about it. So that was something that they dropped off today.
This has Thad written all over it.
I know.
Now we got Mexico checking in,
All right, cool. Love in Mexico.
as well as lots of other awesome states.
And so we had Andis sent us some blades, right?
Yup.
So I said I would really love all of the metal blades. They sent every single metal blade that they make. And I said I wanted a really cool cordless clipper. So we got the brand new Supra ZR Andis clipper. So let's we'll actually take this thing out because it's really fun and very exciting.
Do you want me to do it?
Sure. So
Oh, it's heavy.
it's heavy. It's really heavy. So I'm very excited about this because I've been using the Wall designer cordless clipper that I really love. I actually bought two of them so that I have the one guard on one and the two guard on another, and I use them like simultaneously, very quick. But this thing is like, I'm power packed. I'm really excited to do a review on this thing.
Punch someone with that. They're going down forever.
Yeah, this is like, I like tools that feel like they're worth a lot of money, and this actually, it's solid, right? This is not
is.
plastic at all.
No, that's
Yeah, it feels really
will
nice.
it work plugged in.
And then, it has the removable blades.
Because some things when they're plugged in charging, they won't turn on.
Let's
Do
see.
we know if that does it?
Power switch on and off, speed to increase. Read instructions first.
Nope.
That's not happening.
So let's see if it'll.
Are these multiple types of plugs? For
It is
going to
firing up,
Europe?
but I'm guessing that red light and dying means that it needs to charge.
Are these multiple plugs for going to Europe?
Yeah, for our friends overseas.
Got you.
All right, cool.
Oh
So
God, there's a lot of kinds of plugs.
Supra,
Girl.
super cool. Comes with the triple
Wait, Dad, I
zero
gotta see
guard
something.
or blade, and then we have all the other blades to go with it. So pretty excited
There's
about
4
this.
different outlet plugs in this thing.
Oh, nice.
That's impressive.
That is impressive. So we
Everyone's going to throw away 3 of them, but
yeah.
no matter where you're from,
Do you throw those away? Sometimes I feel like I shouldn't because maybe I will go to another country and I will need to charge my thing.
where are you going?
I don't know. I don't know. There could be people to visit. All right. So I'm super excited about that. I'm super excited about this. Oh, stop him. Oh, okay. Good call. And Thad, if you want to keep switching to Drea while we're talking, that's fine too, because so that we can keep people interested.
Yeah, we're not that interesting.
We don't have that much to say.
Seriously?
That's why you should read the instructions.
Oh, you can't plug it in. It's only in the charger. All right, so there it answers my question.
Yeah.
No, you can't use it while
Right.
it's plugged in.
All right, let's see how long it takes to charge.
Wait, can I?
That'll be our test.
Can
Look
I
at
use
that
it while
thing.
it's
This thing
in?
is a monster. I'm psyched about this
Star
thing.
Wars.
Yeah.
How do you turn it on?
So it must be magnetic that it charges through there?
Nope.
You're breaking things.
Question answered.
All right, cool. Let's keep it like that, and then we'll see if it.
Dad wants to play with it.
Jeez. Okay. So that's that. We have a ton of questions from the last show, and so we should probably answer some of those.
Yes, we should.
What I'm thinking. Thanks, Thad. What do you think?
I like it.
All
I
right.
like it a lot.
I
Looks
like it.
a phaser.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
really
taser.
awesome. Like that's no joke, that clipper. I'm really excited to use it. Okay, so while Dre is finishing up that sectioning, let's answer some questions from some of our awesome followers. If you guys want to submit a question to the show, all you have to do is watch us on Instagram. We'll make a post pretty much every week unless we get a lot of questions like last week. Yeah, so on Free
You can
Salon,
ask any of his questions, but you're the one that puts up the thing.
we'll post it on Free Salon Education's Instagram, and you can go on there and type your questions, and we'll answer them. So what do we have? Who do we have questions from?
Okay. Let's see. First off, we got Rachel of Gossip saying, how can you help your employees get out of the mindset that selling retail isn't important? I've had them do product knowledge workbooks so that they know their products, contests to keep them excited, but they're afraid to sell. That's tough because I can't imagine why anybody doesn't see the importance of it.
And that is a really tough thing, and I think there are a lot of salons that struggle with getting employees to sell retail. But I think if you're doing that, if that is the problem, you're probably not giving them any incentive to sell. So,
but you know what? I'm harking back to one of my previous jobs, and we did have incentive, and there was a serious problem with people just not doing it.
Yeah,
and I think it was like it wasn't the entire staff; it was just a select few of people. Like, that just wouldn't do it, no matter what. The boss even brought in products that they like to use. I think it really just spoke of that type of hairdresser. Like, they did what they had to do behind the chair to get paid, and they weren't really, like, all in it, which I think is a bigger problem.
Yeah,
than
it's a huge
them not selling retail. It's more just taking a look at those types of hairdressers, the ones that are leading the pack of just being lazy and not doing their full job.
Exactly, and it's a fact of being lazy. And not only are you being lazy and you're not either making money or you're not benefiting your clients from offering different product suggestions, but like that is your job. Your job is to be. It's like if you were to go to the doctor and he just didn't feel like recommending medicine that day. He was just like, I know you don't feel good.
Well, because I bet if you go and look at those people that are not selling anything, they probably also are lower in the other numbers as well that we track. Like, is their rebooking piss poor or the services per guest?
Yeah.
I mean, retail is obviously something you see. It's just not leaving the shelves. But if you actually go in and look and see, are these people problematic all around?
Right.
Or is it just maybe you're using a product that they don't believe in?
Right. So let's say the answer would be check your make sure, maybe do a poll with your staff and see what products they love, and then start there, and then check your incentives. Do you actually give pretty good incentives to sell? And then are you educating your staff on the products that you have? Because I think if you're uneducated about a product, then it's probably going to be
well, she said she's doing classes and stuff.
She did say that on there?
Yeah, she does. She said she does classes and contests,
okay,
and neither is helping.
Right.
So I think it's going to be probably a bigger spotlight on the stylists that aren't doing it.
Yeah, and honestly, the salon industry, it's all about inspiration, like any industry. Like, if you guys weren't, like, didn't feel like coming to work and didn't get inspired by your clients and just being around each other, like, I know we all have our kind of, like, annoyances about things, but for the most part, you come into a business and you are excited to offer things. But if you're in a rut and you're not happy where you're at, then why would you're not going to be recommending. So I think it's a core issue of, I don't think you need to run contests to get people to do things. I think a contest is a fun thing, but if you can't get them to do it before the contest isn't going to make them do it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You might get them to do it for a little while.
Right. Yeah.
No, I get it.
Contests don't solve problems. That was why I put up that blog post a while back about when did reaching goals become not enough, because it's if reaching the goal isn't good enough, then the contests and all this other stuff and the gifts and everything that you do isn't going to help either, right? So
all right, cool. I hope that helps a little bit, Rachel.
How you doing, Drea? Sweet.
Excellent. BB Bobby Pins said, FSE Gurus in honor of the first stream of the new year, which is now the second, sorry. Do you see any emerging trends for early 2016? I think one of the most fun things that I'm seeing is now it's not just like cool younger kids with no job everybody's getting into this fantasy color world a little bit.
Yeah.
Like I'm getting teachers, doctors, nurses, business people that are just playing around with it a little bit.
Yeah.
Even if it's not doing a full head, it's definitely, and it's super fun for us because I remember, years ago, you knew who was a hairdresser because they were the only ones with that in their hair.
Right. Now you can't tell.
Right. And
Yeah.
now we're actually getting to have that kind of fun with everybody.
Exactly.
So
Yeah, that's
Get
really
good
fun.
bleach.
I totally agree with that as
get
well.
Olaplex.
And I think I did see an article about like this is the year of shape as well.
Yeah.
Like last year was the year of like long hair and funky colors. Like I think this year we need to focus back to classic shapes, but add in that kind of
Right.
more, fun.
Well, I think a
hair color.
perfect shot of that.
Is her mic on?
She's blowing the blow dryer into her microphone.
What'd you say?
She's
I
on a
said I
boat.
love the amount of texture that's being shown out there. Like it's not just super smooth and straight. Like there's texture and beach waving and
Yeah.
loose curls, and a lot of different people are doing different styles even at home.
Yeah, and mixing and matching textures too. Like
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of
Right.
like really smooth with like a lot of
Right.
crimped or crazier textures. So I think it's gonna be an exciting year of hair, and a lot of new content for us to create with just
I think
different
one
things.
of the videos that went semi-viral, to go off of what you were saying with like shape being put in and finding a way to put fun color, was that one girl. It was like the black bob, and when she ran her hands through it and lifted up the outermost layer, you got all the fantasy colors that were within. And I had so many people like, Brian, do you know how to do this? I'm like, yeah,
yeah.
it's cool. I'm a master hair cutter. Of course I can.
You may
So-
want to clarify.
Who says I'm not?
Yes, that's true.
All right. Okay. This kind of goes back to the other one in a different light. Spencer Nick says, I'm in a small shop on commission and the owner does not sell products. I'd like to start selling products. Is that a smart idea in a market where clients can go to Walmart and a drugstore and it's $10 for professional products? I can't believe that there's a boss that doesn't sell products.
Yeah, I agree. I also can't believe that I hope it's not going to happen. But I pray that by the end of this year, we quit worrying about whether Walmart, Target, CVS, Walgreens has the same products that we sell in the salon.
Here we
Because
go. I'm going to watch it turn red. Ready?
I know, I am freaking out. Because honestly,
Freaking out, man.
like I've never worried about those companies selling the same product as me, because I will sell it to you before you leave, and if I don't, then it is my fault.
Right.
And I get that they will later on go into CVS, maybe in between appointments, and pick up a shampoo, but then start a program. If you feel like that is the issue in your salon, then start a program and take care of that issue. Maybe start a rewards program for product, or an automatic, a membership for product, or there's so many different ideas, but don't get upset about big companies having the same product. First off, they sell it for more money than you, probably. So you're already up on them on that. Get them into the salon more often. If they come in every 4 weeks, they are not going to run out of shampoo. You cannot run out of shampoo in 4 weeks. And then make sure when they come back in 4 weeks, you ask them how their shampoo supply is, and make sure that you get them more if they're going to run out by the next appointment. It's our job. It goes back to the first question. Don't be lazy.
Hey man, I just
About
thought
it.
of a promo that could increase your product sales.
What's that?
Oh,
we,
good.
we did the 10% off if you rebook and come in the next 4 to 6 weeks. What if we were to do a 10% off your product if you brought in your empty bottle of shampoo? So that way it's going to encourage them to come back here instead of go to CVS if they run out in between.
Then we have to
visits.
throw away their garbage.
Yeah, but then we could recycle it. I mean, that could be a cool little program. We could do that.
Yeah, and it gets them back
Thad's
in
in charge of
here.
that.
Yeah, because we're so good at the garbage. Yeah, let's do.
I was going to say, I already take out the garbage.
I did it twice today. Thad.
And my mic. Mac,
Nope, you do not get your mic.
can I have my mic now? Thanks.
Give me my mic.
Mac Makeup actually has a program where when you bring back your empty container of lipstick or foundation
You're welcome,
or
Mac. I gave you
eyeshadow,
that idea.
that they give 10% off your order.
Awesome. So
Does.
Thad's just been shopping it back.
I know, right?
is the official thing on that. Okay.
All right, so
All
apparently
right,
I
so
called them
Thad, let's
out.
get to we got Dre up there, right?
Yep.
All
Yeah.
right.
all right, so quick download. I just finished blowing out the top. All of these around the face are coming back this way at an angle. Up top, I did roll them backwards just to get a little lift through there. So I'm going to set it with a nice, this is the Bricado. Oh, that's not the one I wanted.
Whoops.
That's
Okay.
the maximum hold. All right, so this is the movable hold. So you want a nice setting spray that you're going to be able to easily brush through.
So, Dre,
At the
are
end
some
of
of
this.
those bobby pins just going to stay there now?
Yeah, so some of these curls are going to be a little stronger than other ones.
They
Now, now that everything has cooled down a little bit, I am going to go through and take out the top ones and go in with a big barrel iron. It's about 2 inches. So that way we can really help set that S shape and body throughout this style. What I love about this style is that I'm not ironing the entire thing. So it is something that you can do in a little bit of a quicker fashion.
And this is something that I want to say because, like, a lot of people are always talking about how do I get a good Instagram picture, and I think they don't take the second to do things like this with actually putting in a set, and then after she does a set, then she's going to do the iron work. And if you do those steps and you don't slack on anything, you will get a way better image than you would otherwise. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I think a lot of times we get so busy in the salon, we're back to back to back. We don't have the time to do that full set, or we didn't block out the time to do it. But when you do have a it's only going to make things better if you can do that. And I know that you talked about this year. What'd you say your goal was this year? You wanted to kind of
I want to take a little bit of a step back and not overload myself so much so
Yeah.
that I can spend more time making sure that every service is a higher quality, especially now that I've moved up to the higher price range and first of the year everyone's going up.
Yeah.
I was actually talking to my guest about it today, and she's been with me for many years. And back at my old salon where you crank people out every 15 minutes, it's a new person, and it was a breath of fresh air to come here and have the free time to spend all this time with her.
Yeah.
But it's getting back to the point where I was overbooking myself to the point where it's impossible to offer an extra service, or it's impossible to even take an after picture
right.
because my next 2 people are waiting while I'm finishing this one up. And so this year I've decided to make it more value, the service that I provide.
And that's what it's all about. Like you have to. A lot of people want to know how to raise their prices. You've gotten to a point where now,
They're up there.
2 months out, like it's really hard to get an appointment within 2 months, right? Even in January, February right now, it's hard to get an appointment because you've already booked people throughout the year, and you work 5 days a week, and you work sometimes 10 hours a day. So it's a crazy, like this is a you and Drea both are hitting average tickets with your color and cuts of like $350 sometimes. So what does it? The reason you can charge that much is if you bring the right amount of value to the guest.
Right.
And if you're doubling yourself up, then they're not getting that same value.
Right.
So now that we've raised you to a certain point, we need to calm it back down. But then you can charge what you've been charging, and people are not upset to pay it
Right.
because they also know how busy you are.
Right.
You know, with Pinterest out there and more people trending with the whole textured style, I probably see more people come in with pictures of something that has ironwork or something that has a little bit more in depth of a style at the end of it. And if you can't show them how to do it, they're not going to be coming back to you.
Right. Like I offered something today that it just came out of my mouth. I can't even tell you the last time that I said it, and it used to be such a staple with all of my guests. I was talking about, my guest said she needed a new blow dryer, so I was talking to her about the new one that we got in, and I told her the price, and it's an expensive blow dryer, and without even thinking, I went back to saying, if you get it, I will schedule a time where you and I will sit down and I will teach you how to use it, so that I'm not just handing you this expensive tool. I used to say that. I used to sell more tools than I did hairspray back in the day.
Yeah.
And it's because that was always how I looked at it. And I think I just let myself get so busy trying to shove as many people into a day as possible that just became unthinkable.
Right.
And so now that's what I'm trying to do this year.
And I also want to. We started selling all the ergo brushes and all the ergo dryers, but I think in this day and age with people wanting healthy hair, I think the tool is more important than even the product at this point. The products are really important. We need them here. And you need, like, what I'm saying is we don't need 9,000 products over there.
Right.
I think opening up a shelf for tools is really important because the tools that your guests are using at home are probably ruining their hair more than even the products.
Like now that I'm as established with most of my guests as I am, now is when that conversation is starting to come up a lot more. Brian, I'm doing everything. I bought all the products. It still looks like shit when I do it.
Yeah.
That opens the door right there. Then,
right.
Okay.
Then it's got to be
a $200 blow dryer.
Yeah.
You got to use what I use to get the result that I do.
Yeah.
And now that you're using the products, they're good products. I stand behind them. I believe in them. Now here's the tools that I use that I believe in as well.
Yeah, and calm down on your technique, and you'll show them the technique.
Right.
And that my big thing too is I think people are over brushing, like they're just constantly tugging and tugging and tugging. Like let it dry. Keep the blow dryer held. Let your hands run through it, and then once it gets to a certain point where it's gonna start getting frizzy and everything, then add your brush in. But people just start digging at it right away, and
styling class that they told us that hair doesn't start to take shape and form until it is 90% dry.
Right.
So by going in there and fighting with a brush beforehand,
yeah,
you're just stressing out your hair.
Yep. Yeah, there's no point. I mean, we tell people all day long, don't put your wet hair in a ponytail because it pulls the hair and it could break. But then we go in and we start adding brushes to it and tugging at it when it's wet. So it's going to do the same thing.
Someone asked, is Matt still doing the Matt Beck show? And when will it air again?
Ooh. Fen.
You're one.
I know. You're the one who watches.
Pierre.
Yeah, we're still doing the show. I was going to record one while I was in Minnesota by myself in my hotel room. That was my plan.
Matt was out of town, that's why.
Yeah. So I got to my hotel room. I was like, all right, I got a couple minutes. I'm going to film it. And then realized that I didn't bring a camera card. I brought lights. I brought a camera.
I was here when you faxed.
I brought everything, and it was unnecessary because carrying that through the airport is not fun, right, Thad?
Right.
Thad, they couldn't see you do that.
I have a good question.
Yeah, but they saw your faces.
Yeah.
Watch me do it.
I have one last really good question that I'd love to get us to.
Okay.
Amanda Rourke 624 says, I'm thinking of changing from a cutter and colorist to just a colorist and teaming up with my husband who's a cutter. How do I make this transition for my clients? Any tips for trying to schedule clients? My number one piece of advice that I would give is exactly what you're doing. If you're going to break up like the service between two people, if you're going to go the route of just being a cutter or a colorist, I think you're going to be most successful finding somebody who is the other that you really trust, that you know you trust their work, you trust them to make your work look good, they trust you to make their work look good. Excuse me, all of my friends that are either a cutter or a colorist predominantly work with just one of the other type. Like, yeah. So if you trust your husband's work, I don't mean to start any trouble, but I'm assuming you trust your husband's work because you're bringing up him being the cutter, then I think that's going to be a really a great way to go.
I can't wait till Christina's the colorist.
I told you I would do it.
I trust Christina. I'm just kidding. I had somebody ask me on Snapchat actually about making the move from doing both to just being a colorist, and they're currently working at Great Clips, but they want to make the move to a different place. And my thought process was, like if you want to be a colorist, it's totally cool. It's just going to take you longer to build when you move to a new place because you do one specific thing. Once it's built, though, it's going to be great. I mean, when you do have color clients back to back and you're not spending a lot of time blow drying because the cutter has to do that pretty much, then you have a lot more time to make a lot more money. Mm-hmm. And if you enjoy color more than anything else, I think it's a good move. It just, in my opinion, I've never done it, but I think it would take you longer because you're in a niche kind of niche thing.
Oh, Thad. Yeah, because everybody gets haircuts, not everyone gets color.
Right.
All right, I forgot there was somebody that you told we would answer their question, so let me hit that real fast. And then, Drea, we need to know which direction you curled those.
Yeah.
Most clients are pretty good about keeping off their phone during a service. How would you politely ask a client to refrain from using their phone during a service?
Like talking on the phone, you think?
I imagine up to
I
the
would-
ear
I-
because I don't really care if they're texting.
Yeah, I hope they're texting.
I look over their shoulder and I'm
It's
like,
my
"Hey,
favorite."
what's going on? I don't know that there's a specific polite way that I do it. Like my guests are pretty good when I start to get, because somebody else asked another question very similar about like glasses
Yeah.
and cell phones.
Mm-hmm.
Like today, I just asked my client to take her glasses off because I needed her to.
Right.
And I get it. Some people say they're busy, but just like they think their work is more important, they need to realize that your work is important and your time is important, and this
Right.
is you just trying to do your job.
Yeah.
And they need to
Not
take
tell
off their
them that-
glasses or get off the phone so that you can do your job.
I just told Matt that he needs to tell my client to get off the phone and that he can't be screaming in the wash house anymore.
Oh yeah, that did happen.
He sent flowers.
He did send flowers. So we had a guy who was screaming on his phone. He was very upset, something about his house.
I mean, he had every reason to be upset.
Yeah.
He just went a little crazy.
Yeah.
He just went a little
Yeah,
crazy.
he had a security alarm going off in his house in Florida and doesn't know anyone to go look at it. So he was calling the security company. He was freaking out in here, like yelling, and everyone was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So finally I said, you have to stop. And he did
So funny when
stop.
Matt has
Yeah.
to do that.
Yeah. And it's getting easier as I get older and I drink more pre-workout. It just keeps
The
like,
pre-workout is making
yeah.
you
As he gets
aggressive.
older,
Yeah.
less F's are given.
yeah. So, but I told him that he couldn't do that. He had to go outside. He quickly got off the phone, finished the service with Drea, and then the next day sent her flowers. So, I mean, it was, don't be afraid to tell people when anything in your life at all is making you uncomfortable or is ruining a situation. I think too many times we don't say something. Don't be mean about it. Just say how you feel, and I think people respect it more. But don't worry, Brian's probably the best at the fact that he just says whatever is bothering him to people, and sometimes it's like sometimes you're like, I wish he wouldn't always tell me exactly how he feels, but then other times you're like, well, at least I know exactly how he feels. So
That's true.
yeah. All right, let's figure out what Dre is doing.
I have no
Okay.
idea.
So I have unclipped all of
It's
my
beautiful,
pin
Drea.
curl clips,
Those do
And
look really
she's-
nice.
and she's done right now. So this is the finished product.
You're welcome.
And we're
You're
Bye.
welcome.
Drop the mic.
But no, so she has a part on the left side of her head. So I curled all the curls going back on the right side, so away from the face, so that when it comes around to this side, everything's curling around forward. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I think so.
All right. So I then lightly mist Glow, which is a nice shine spray. I liked using a shine spray before. Don't laugh at me, Brian.
Well, did you already do it, or were you just like phantom misting it right
No,
now?
I did.
You're like, I use it, but you didn't.
I did because I was bored while you guys were talking.
Okay. I was just making
So
sure you
there.
already did it.
A little more.
We'll
shine
have
spray.
proof that because we
All
can
right.
see her behind us.
But
Dre was just glowing behind us.
it's
Like I
true.
use it, I promise.
Okay.
But I like using a shine spray before I brush any set out because it just gives a little bit of extra slip and it works the shine into the hair, really giving it a nice glisten and glow. So that's where that goes.
Very cool.
I'm going to start working from the bottom up. So my underneath sections going in and just nicely working that brush so that we don't see any places where we had this set. Now
I think this is what were you gonna say, Brian?
I was gonna say, what if you want to leave a little bit more of the structure of the curl in there?
I'd probably use my fingers,
Okay.
but I wanted a very soft S shape, not a strong.
I mean, that's soft.
I know. Just give me a second.
It's because there's so much glow in there.
It's glowing so hard it's a lowercase j.
So at this point, I'm going to kind of separate where her part is.
That's one beautiful blowout right now.
Right? Sexy bitch.
Now I'm going to go in with my fingers. And you can start to separate without giving her major tendrils. You just kind of want it to shape around a little bit.
Drea.
Yeah.
Renetta Stewart says, won't all those products weigh the hair down?
No.
No.
The actual key thing about Bricado products that I did learn this weekend, because I hung out with them for 4 days, is that they are the lightest hair products in the industry. When they were created to be layered over and over because they were created to do really nice styles. So it's a little fun fact that they go really well together.
It's great with the Bricado products because it really does give nice session work because you can layer it in there.
Exactly.
And keep using to get the job done.
It's a really nice way to say the exact same thing Matt just did.
Hey, Brian, what's your version
Again,
of it?
Brian saying things. Saying how he feels.
Renetta also asked if we're taking on any apprentices.
Where's Renetta live?
I don't know.
We're looking for apprentices in Australia. Right.
You know we have Australian people watching right now.
I know. I actually, as I was saying that, I was like,
Oh,
maybe.
wait.
We,
So take that back. Sorry about it, Melbourne.
here's the deal. We eventually, this is growing. This is growing very quickly. So eventually, you know, I hope we have a team that is all over the world, but it won't be a salon. It's going to be, you know, more of an education thing, not so much.
So does that mean you're going to like ship us out? Like send each of us to a different corner of the world to grow FSE?
Well, no, we won't. We have the internet. We communicate.
I like my idea better.
I know you want to go places. I will send you places.
Shotgun on Europe.
Hey.
Did we tell everybody we're going to Chicago?
Sorry.
No, we didn't.
So I'll tell you. We had our Christmas party this past week, and we got together for dinner and found out that we have the best bosses ever.
Wait. I didn't hit you record yet. Now.
Oh, you want me to say best bosses
Yeah,
ever again? So we found out at our dinner that our wonderful leaders are taking us on a trip to Chicago to attend the ABS hair show, which is going to be fantastic. And we're going to attend the Behind the Chair Stylist Choice Awards, which is going to be kick-ass. And we are also going to get to spend like an extra day and a half just getting to see the city, which is a super awesome city that I have always wanted to see. And it's really funny because that day I was talking to one of my clients about how I've always wanted to visit, but I couldn't move there because at this point in my life I can't move any place colder than where I already live. So we're going to go during like the height of the tundra season, so I'm super stoked. But it's going to be really fun. So if you guys are going to be at ABS, we'll be there too.
I'm going to write, I want best boss ever.
Matt's learning how to Snapchat. So if you guys don't follow
Learning.
him on Snapchat yet, learning.
He's gonna
If
be
you don't
teaching it,
follow him on
next week.
Snapchat yet, you need to because it's pretty funny.
All right.
All right.
It's like a day in the life of Matt Fat constantly.
Dre, can you raise-
And it always starts with, hey guys.
Guys.
Oh, even Dre is making fun of Matt on that one.
Matt, during your interview today, I was so hoping that you were going to mess up and say, "Hi, this is Matt."
You were
Speck."
hoping to hear that? He was hoping I was going to
Is
mess
that-
up.
Yeah, but
Is
what's
that
so
tall
funny
enough?
is
Did
he
you-
hopes that you're going to mess up and say your name wrong.
So
Like,
you're
of
gonna
all
mess up
things
and
that
be
you're
like,
going to screw up,
"Hey guys, this is Max Beck."
What is...
I don't know. This is what we work
All right,
with.
Dre, that's looking beautiful.
Surprise.
See, now Australia's pissed. I want you to know that.
Why?
Why?
Because you teased them.
Oh, sorry.
They're coming after you with dingoes and boomerangs. Now you can be pissed at me instead of Matt.
I can't spell.
I'm just kidding. We love you.
All right.
All right. So
Yeah, there it is.
this is my look. The
Goodbye.
Did you hit it with an iron?
Yeah, I already did that.
Oh, that's what you set it with. Set it and forget it.
After like
Really?
I round brushed the top, and then I went in and
Then you did the iron.
did the iron in the same sectioning, but
So
I
quick
broke
and
it
easy.
down instead of when I did the round brush set. I had 4 sections for the set up here, and when I went in with the big iron, I broke them down into 3 sections each.
Okay. Very
so,
cool.
Somebody was saying, I expected the curls to be standing out a little bit more. Is that the look you were going for? And I'm only bringing that up because I know the answer is yes.
Yes, this is the look that we're going for. We wanted just something soft, something that's very wearable.
Right.
Pull out. It gives a little bit extra flare around the face because we did go in with the iron through the top.
Did you just iron the top and the rest is just round brushed?
The rest is just round brushed.
Can we see the back, someone says?
Yeah, spin it a little bit so we can see the other side too.
So again, I think this is great because this is something that's super realistic as far as what your guests will do themselves. Like that really gorgeous Victoria's Secret, Jessica Simpson kind of Farrah Fawcett rollout is pretty, but no one's ever going to do that on themselves.
Right.
This is actually something that your guests will do.
But you could also, with this same set form, like formation,
Yeah, with the
you
same
could
form-
have that.
Right, you could do that. But if someone, like Drea really took her sweet time on this, but this is something that you like could teach your guests to crank out those curls around the face, even just that.
Yeah.
Like do a nice blow dry, get the section like she was saying, like get it all in the same direction,
Let me see the front around like the other.
and then just do that bit around the face.
Yeah,
That's
like
something
that
that
part.
people will do.
Turn it just a little bit, Drea, like this, so we can see that. Yeah. That part of
So, and you're seeing this a lot too, the softer curls versus having those super tight ones. I don't know if anybody was watching a lot through the award season this past year. They were much softer. They're not as done styles. So that's what makes this look so easily accomplished.
it. Yeah.
Because I used a large round brush. If I wanted that Victoria's Secret tighter curl, I would have gone in with a much smaller round brush, which we all know the smaller the round brush, the tighter the curl. But like Brian was saying, you can't always teach your guest to really manipulate it and work it as much as you would actually do it.
And also, I think with the end result, when you went through with the brush, somebody else could also, like you said, just use your fingers.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't get as much separation of that curl as well.
Or your fingers, or honestly, I would just have my guest bend over and shake out their head.
Yeah.
So do it on the mannequin. Flip
Well,
that girl over.
Well, now she's shook out.
Now
Whatever.
No, she's
so don't
pretty.
shake it out. No, she's pretty.
No, she's pretty.
All right, so I don't know if you said it because I was answering a question. I apologize. Somebody asked what size brush and iron.
So I used the Ergo large brush.
Second to largest one, right?
Yes, that other one's the extra large. This is just large. And then I used, it's from Paul Mitchell. It's their big barrel iron. Simple. Just going.
What is that, 1.5?
I think it's 1.5.
Yeah.
Yep. It's their XL.
Yeah, it's the XL
Thanks.
iron.
Nice.
So, and that's what I did.
All right, cool. Does anybody else have any other questions?
I think we're pretty good. We got a hi from Brazil.
Hello.
Sorry, Christina's not here.
I know. But all right, cool. So we have what do we have coming up?
Nothing.
Next week I'm gonna do some filming. I think Monday we'll get some more videos out next week. If you haven't checked out some of the last episodes, if this is your first FSE live, check them out. We have 3 others that you may enjoy, and we have a review coming up on the Supra Clipper from Andis, which we could probably fire up now. It's probably charged.
Probably.
But we have a review coming up with that and with the interchangeable blades and everything, which will be pretty fun. Some men's cutting coming up with FSE Live.
You can cut my hair with it right now.
We'll save that.
Oh, okay. All right.
But I do know you need a haircut.
I was
so.
just saying, putting it out there.
But thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe.
We're
Make
not
sure-
done.
We're not done. We haven't done.
Oh, we have to spin the
We
wheel.
haven't spun yet.
Oh,
Hold
yeah.
on real quick. Before Drea steps away from her girl, someone just asked, before we're done with the mannequin, can you show me on one section how to manipulate with the grip to roll it out of the brush,
Oh,
Okay.
like without making it fuzzy and gross?
She's done her duty anyways.
yeah. I mean, I don't care if she's messed up now. So when you have her nice and wound up, I like to do is I just kind of release it till the very end, and then I twist the handle as I go down.
Oh, you go that way?
Yeah.
How do
That's
you
cool.
do it?
I go the other way.
All right, Brian, get up and show us.
Yeah,
Well,
how
how you
that's
do it.
the direction I wanted my curl to go. If I
No,
want
I
to,
know. I'm just saying, like, I've not tried it that way, but now I will.
There you go. Very cool. And then with the iron, Drea, just so that we're clear on how you wrapped it in the iron, can you just show us one of those as well?
sure.
Like how you were rolling it up?
You know what? Can we spray that down and just totally start over again?
Do you want me to
Yeah.
redo everything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just wet it.
What the hell? YOLO.
So I did do some over direction with the iron just so that we could get some lift. But classic, like you learn in beauty school, just keep rolling halfway until all your ends are underneath.
It's rolling all the way.
And then you just slid out of that and clipped it?
Yep.
All right, cool.
And you just clip it.
Sweet.
We
All
did,
right.
We did get some
Delicious.
video of that too.
Very cool, Dre. It's been a while since we did some style.
I know.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
We always have style.
So if you want to follow Drea,
Dre Day 2289.
There's
and you can
address.
watch her spin.
Follow Drea. Here's her license plate number.
Let's not give that out. That'd be
Drea is
great.
DreDay2289, and we're gonna be doing a lot more. She's gonna get some videos going on up in here as well. Who's spinning today?
I'm spinning.
I'm gonna go.
Well, I know
with-
we know you're
Calm down,
spinning.
Drea.
Who's winning?
Let's do Lady Limitless.
Lady
All right.
Limitless.
Do we want to go with our
Oh, let me
Our
spin a
sponsors?
camera.
Yeah, I
Go
was gonna
for
say,
it,
Matt, you're,
Drea. Roll through the
Matt,
sponsors, Dre.
if
All
you
right.
just slide out of the way.
So our sponsors on our wheel are, we have, of course, Mitsutani Scissors, who we got to hang out with today, Minerva Beauty, FSE, Donald Scott New York, Sunlight's Balayage, J Lace, Olaplex, Parker Razors, Ergo Brushes, which we used today in our video, and Mainstream, and Millennium.
And let them know Mizutani decided to stay on again,
Yeah,
even though the giveaway person.
they were pretty excited about that. All right.
Jesus, Dre. Last week it went like 3 spaces.
She took
Girl
her
was
pre-workout.
clearly at the gym.
Uh-oh. They're really
Oh,
excited.
they're
this
coming
week.
off now. Thanks, Dre. Now they're not sponsoring us anymore.
Well, I don't think Kiyoshi's going to be very excited to
No,
see me in
Kiyoshi's
February.
psyched. He was like,
Loves that stuff.
he's like, leave it up there. Let's keep it going.
Say hello to the
I
new
was like-
FSE t-shirt.
I said
Yeah,
to
right.
Kiyoshi, I'm like, there's
Right,
no
over
way it'll spin a scissor again already. Like, it'll
Nope.
take
It'll take a while.
probably a couple months.
I actually blame Brian because I said, should we just start it off on Mrs. Tani? He goes, yeah, that way it won't land on them.
Nope.
I did, but I also didn't know that your sister hulked out at the gym today and was going to go around 7 times and land there.
That's what happens when you get a really nice
Yeah, I was
massage
gonna say it's because she
before
was so relaxed.
the class. She used all of her energy
Yeah.
right there. All right, cool. So congratulations, Mizutani Scissors. 2 weeks in a row,
Yeah.
giving away the what is it called? The farm.
Yeah.
That's what we said,
Really?
back in my
On the farm?
no, giving away the farm. That was like a
Yeah, I
saying.
used to say that on the farm.
Yeah.
Where you're from.
Yeah.
Not like I was from any less of a farm. It's
I know,
I know.
totally fine. It's different accents.
Thank
All
you
right,
guys.
Lady Limitless, this is how you get your scissors.
Yeah. Email contest@freesaloneducation.com. We'll forward your we need your address. We'll forward your address to Mizutani and they will send you something awesome. So
And I
Yeah.
did get some questions. If anybody has any questions on prizes that they've won in the past, they
Yes.
can just email that again.
yeah, I
to
mean
find, just like as a touch base of if
Yeah.
you haven't received it yet, because somebody was asking earlier.
yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of emails and
So what's that email?
not a
again?
big I would email contest@freesalon education. That keeps it all organized because sometimes there's a lot of emails that things go to, so that would be your best
So
bet.
many emails.
And if there's an issue with a prize from the past, we'll make sure that it gets taken care of. So just don't stop emailing. It's not annoying. It's actually a good thing.
That's why you got the Apple Watch. We need to justify this purchase. So email away.
Right.
What days are we going to be at ABS?
ABS, the Sunday we'll be there.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody asked.
We'll be there Sunday of ABS, and then we're gonna go to the Behind the Chair Awards that night, and then Friday or Monday we're gonna spend in
Tearing it
Chicago,
up in Chicago.
tearing up the city.
Deep dishing hard.
Yeah.
Yup.
Just the tip.
Very cool. So, new podcast will be coming out. So if you guys got business questions, you can post them. Please, if you have questions for this show or suggestions, anything you want to see, please post them in the comments. I mean, the way that we keep making the show better is hearing from you guys. And I like the new angle of this table. I don't know how it works when Justin's here. Andrea at the same time, like when we
Well,
have
there'll
3
always be
people.
one of us up
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always be one of us up, but there's one more spot. So,
right in the middle.
right. Yeah, just laying
straddle,
across.
just somebody down.
But I like the format of having the podcast and having the education. So
Yeah,
I hope
like
you
me
guys
too.
are enjoying that as well. It gives us,
Theoretically, you could put
more-
someone here and move these.
yeah, we could just get table stands for the mics or something.
Yeah.
But
or stadium seating.
yeah, that would be cool too.
Let's just get
Or
some
in-
bleachers.
Yeah.
Can we get the
I'm
reclining
typing it in
chairs?
here, but just in case anybody has a question on how to sign up for the contest to spin, you want to roll through that while I'm typing?
Yeah, so if you want to spin the wheel, all you have to do is go follow us on Instagram, and then every single week we make a post asking for questions. If you ask a question, you get put into the contest.
Right.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter if we answer your question; it's just if you asked one. So that's really it's pretty easy to enter. But this whole entire ecosystem is fueled on questions, so it's very important that you guys.
Oh, we're an ecosystem.
You like that?
I like that. Now I want to go watch Biodome now.
I'm gonna go watch that Netflix show with Christina right now. They
About murderers.
the murderer one. Yeah,
Oh.
And I'm weird.
I know. I can't wait. We spent 4 days and I haven't been home, and now I'm really excited to watch this.
Hey guys,
Finish
if
it.
we don't come back from Chicago,
Yeah, no kidding.
It's going down. All right, cool.
All right.
Follow Brian,
Hairstyle on everything.
Thad.
bad bolognized.
We got Drea,
Dreday2289.
and follow me on Snapchat, Matt Beck
At your own
FSE.
risk.
I like Snapchat because there's no rhyme or reason to anything, right? So I can just kind
Like
of.
us.
If
There's
you want
no
to see
rules.
a day in the life, then follow Snapchat. If you want to just see really cool pictures of hair, follow on Instagram, Free Salon Education, and everything else, Free Salon Education.
Does
Thank
Matt-
you guys for always supporting this company and what we do.
Does Matt Beck?
I just tripped out because it says Free Salon Education is commenting. Apparently, Christina's watching.
Oh, nice. What'd she say?
I was like, wait, how? What? Huh?
What'd Christina
No,
say?
She was saying that everyone's up to date with the contests.
Oh,
But, all right.
oh, cool.
All right.
Well, I got to go home so I can watch this show with her.
And do more
Christina.
Snapchatting.
All right.
Hi, Christina. We miss you.
We do.
Wish you were here.
Yes. And Thad, I mean, I don't know how he did. How'd you do, Thad?
I want to give myself an A+.
Good job.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next week. Thad, you can go to that beginning slide again and play some music to get us out of here. And thank you, guys. We'll see you next week.